Hello, Ask Association for Supportive Childcare. Did I get that right? Oh my gosh, I've been working with you for so many years and I almost forgot that. I want to thank all your leadership. I know some of you very well. I won't mention names. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I know so many of you, and I'm so thankful to have this opportunity. I suggested that I share some self-care tips with you in these surreal times we are living in. Which I see certainly as adversity, but I'm a believer in adversity can be our ally. So anyway, I'm here at my house. I'm hanging out here with my cup of keto coffee with a little cacao powder in it, by the way, raw chocolate. So there's no sugar, a little coconut oil, real butter, a tablespoon. So it's healthy fat, wakes you up, fills you up, and some really good coffee. In a blender, buzz it up, and there you go. So I know a lot of you, and there may be some of you I don't know. So if I don't know you, I'm Enrique Feldman, and I'll introduce myself in just a moment. But take a look at this image, and let's dive right in. This is, the areas, or 3 areas you see there, including nutrition, are areas that if we reclaim and remind ourselves that we get to choose a lot of things in our life, maybe not everything, but a lot, we can overcome any sort of emotional stress, physical anxiety, what have you, right? And a lot of you know the story of my daughter. Some of you know my health journey. So we all have our stories. We all have our challenges, and we can all overcome. Our ancestors went through a lot, and here we are. And we can do the same. So let's dive in. Oh, I forgot. Sometimes this program likes me to click there instead. So there we go. So very quickly, for those who don't know me, I'm not going to read this all aloud. I normally don't read the words on the screen. I'll let you do that. So you can see what I do or what I've done and what I'm doing. I have a new project, by the way, with an incredible organization based in Phoenix called the FAM Development Program. They're incredible. They've created this new app. Here I go off on a tangent already. And the app is already functioning, and they are bringing me into their fold. They reached out to me. So I need to talk to your leadership team about this. I want to get you involved and make sure you have access to this incredible resource. I'm so blown away. So that's me. I'm always connecting and looking for partnerships so that we don't reinvent the wheel. And I'm a believer that together we can do a lot more than we can alone. So I'm very, very grateful to have had your organization as one of those partnerships that has touched my life, not just professionally, but personally. So, oh, again, really? Okay, see the technology, no big deal. There we go. So this idea here, can we get so tired when we are giving? Yes, we can. It's a real thing, compassion fatigue. One of the few times I'll read the words on the screen because they're very important. So we have to keep giving. We have to keep helping. It's who we are. It's what your organization does. It's why you're a part of this organization. It's what my foundation does. It's what I do. But I've hit the wall sometimes where I'm just really, really, really cansado, very tired. So what do we do? And what do we do about this? If we're feeling somewhat isolated, right? Are you? Emotionally, I'll tell you what, I miss hugging my parents. I miss people I don't even know at a coffee house. I'm known for going to different coffee houses. I always support local, and I'll bring my laptop and I'll do some of my work, and I'll change venues from day to day. I'll work out of the home sometimes. And we don't have an office building because we don't want one. We spend almost all our money, over 95%, over 92% of it on direct services. So, but this idea of isolation, right? And taking time to create moments and experiences for ourselves so that we are feeding our own soul, body, mind, right? So how can we do that? I mean, that's a nice concept, but let me make it real. Wow, really? Okay. Hang on one second. I know what to do. There we go. So here's what I've been doing, and here's what you could do. I like to write. And maybe you don't like to write. You don't have to write. You can just look for things other people have written and share them. So I've been writing blogs for a long time, and a big part of my blog series is already about self-care. So I've been sharing that. I've been sharing that on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, via text, via email. I've been reaching out to people I haven't reached out to in a while, friends, older colleagues, not age older, just people I haven't spoken to in a while. So what can you do? Can you write something? Can you share it? It doesn't have to be long. And Facebook's a good place to share, but where else can you share it? Where else? Can you share it in a very personal way? Where you can, maybe you start your own Facebook page, right? That's about health or self-care or, how to overcome. And again, you don't have to. You're certainly welcome to go to my website, any of them, the Sam the Ant or the Enrique Feldman site, and share my blogs with people. Or you might have someone else who's a speaker or a motivational speaker, whatever it is, or someone at where you work, right? And sharing it with everyone you know of all ages. So I'm going to try this again. I might get that. Oh, it liked it that time. And then, as I've mentioned, checking in just because. Checking with friends, saying, how's it? And you're probably doing that. My question to you is, who else can you do it with? Is there someone else, right? So this connecting, we want to make sure we're doing it in a way that feeds us so we don't hit the fatigue line, right? So sometimes I'll just write, or I'm a musician, I'll just perform for myself. Would you have a hobby? Is there something you could do for yourself, right? When we do this, we begin to ignite this idea, the opposite of scarcity, this idea of plentiful. Even if we're short on toilet paper, even if we're short on something in our pantry we're used to having, we don't have to feel the shortness in here. We can make sure we feel full inside, right? When we do these things, when we start to create things of value, we end up then being more grounded emotionally, more focused. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. Connected to all this is, who do we spend our time listening to? Do we have the TV on, phone always, and I have to watch myself. I'm connecting so much and creating so much virtual content. I've been on my phone more, and I found myself getting more tired than usual. Although in the last couple of days, I've done a much better job. So it's okay to make mistakes, but what are we going to accomplish by being on screen all the time? I'll tell you what, I read my news in about 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. The only other time, I am watching more TV today than I used to in the evening with my wife, Marie, but we don't have cable. We're either on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon. By the way, you'll save yourself a lot of money getting off cable. I get my news. I want to know what's going on right now, especially, but I don't need the same story retold 8 different times over and over, because then I become I'm just being blunt, I become part of the problem by not being my best. If we're not our best, how can we help others in a way that is powerful, right? We have to fly either above the storm, or we have to at least be in the eye of the hurricane, but we can't be in it. We can't be in it because of who we are and who we've chosen to be. We serve children and families. It's what we do, it's who we are, and we are all committed to it. So I got off my soapbox. Right? So anyway, something very, very specific. Some morning routines, some things you can do. What do you do when you wake up? Are you sore? Do you know what to do about being sore physically? Are you down emotionally? Do you know what to do if you wake up in that manner? Are you waking up sad? First of all, it's okay. It's okay. I've done that. Not my favorite thing to do. It doesn't happen to me very often. When it does, I know what to do. Have I messed up here and there and not done what I need to do? Sure, we're all humans. Somos humanos, right? We're all brothers and sisters. Here's some things you can do. Breathe deeply when you get up. Breathe deeply. 8, 9, 10. Oh. And when you breathe out, just let your shoulders drop. Relax your face. Relax your jawline. A slight smile on your face. And think about gratitude. Think about the simple pleasures of life. Right? Breathe and think on gratitude. Then move. What do you mean, Enrique? Move where? It's up to you. You can go for a walk. You can I'll get into yoga here in a moment. Some type of exercise would be great. In the past, I would switch up when I work out, and I still do, but I would usually work out some days in the morning and some days at night. Because of what's going on, I am finding it very helpful to get exercise and meditation in the morning, right? And meditation, prayerful thinking, tomato, a chunky peanut butter, smooth peanut butter. Pick your word, pick your flavor, pick your approach, but move, right? Brain work, we're gonna do that in just a moment. You know about my brain games. I have some new ones to show you, but there's all sorts of brain work, learning something new, eating something new, working out in a new way, learning a new language. Why not? Why not? There are some free ways to do it online. So newness, we need to keep bringing, not just in adverse times, throughout our lives, we need to invite newness into our life. Without newness, we become complacent, we become bored. That will lead to depression and anxiety eventually. So even healthy techniques, even healthy routines, unchanged, become unhealthy for us. Healthy fats. I already told you what I'm having, all right? My day started, I still have not eaten today, which is, you might be like, Enrique, what time is it? It's 2:26 p.m. I don't always wait this long. I'm just not hungry yet, not for food. Why? Because I started my day with healthy fats to give me energy. Now, I did drink a lot of water before this, and I do use supplements, things like arginine and that hydrate you at the cellular level, but this is not that session, so I'm not going to go down that road. But healthy fats. So what are healthy fats? Healthy butter. What's healthy butter? It's happy butter. What's that? From happy cows. Okay, so real butter, not margarine. Margarine is like, I think, one molecule away from being plastic. If you're eating margarine, please stop. Please stop. Right? Real butter, coconut oil, fantastic. I've been only eating those two and olive oil. I make my own, I like to save money. Do you? I make my own dressings, and they're olive oil based. I cook with coconut oil and butter. If you want, I've sent my recipes before, but it's been a while. So if you need them, let me know and I'll get them to someone and you can get them out to everyone. So healthy fats, really important. So let's dive in a little more detail with the brain game. So you need your hands free, your fingers free. I'm going to show you some new ones. This is one way to alert your brain in the morning and the afternoon. It's one way to embrace newness, which is really, really important anytime, especially during adverse times. So let's have a hand up. Well, let's start with a simple one that you all know. Letter X. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and switch, switch. Easy, I hope. This is a 3-year-old brain game, even 2-year-old. Crossing a midline, and doing so in time with the music. It's called rhythmic consonance. These are more than games. These are being used all over the country now, and in other countries soon. For PTSD, anxiety, depression, all sorts of things. Being in time with the music, by default, engages the temporal performance of the brain. But that's an easy one. That's not going to stretch you. Let's do another one that most of you know. Then I'll show some new ones. Finger, not here, here. Thumb is not down, thumb is in. Thumb straight up. 1, 2, ready, and switch, switch, switch. You might be struggling. Don't give up, I saw that. If this is hard, go 1 finger at a time, as slow as you need to go. Someday you'll do this. This is not new. I mean, this is not typical. When I see, let's say, Sara or Claudia, I don't go, hey, Sara, Claudia, ¿cómo estás? We don't say hi like that. We say hi like this. So a new idea. Now let's do some new ones. Let's go hand here, square, square. Easy. Too easy for us. Let's cross the midline. A little harder, but still pretty easy. Let's go square, and this hand, triangle, triangle. By itself is easy, I hope. Square, and hold. Square, and triangle. And 1, 2, ready, and go. Even if you're a total wreck right now, start again. Go slower if you need to. You can still be in time with the music, and then eventually faster. Let's do another one. Let's go square. Let me center my image so I can be looking right at you a little more. I just realized I wasn't doing that. Sorry. Here we go. Square here, and hand in the middle. So square, and square, and square. Easy. This hand, out, in. Together. Square and out and in. 1, 2, ready, and square. How you doing? And 1, and 2, and 1, 2, ready, and switch. Whoa, whoa, that's hard for me. How awesome is that? Oh, I'm struggling. I'm really having to focus. There we go. Okay, it's not about being perfect in anything in life. It is about the process. It is about embracing the journey completely, including the adversity. That's life. We all know this. Today is a little different than most adversities. What do we believe? Who do we believe? Oh my goodness. I don't have a clean answer for you. I do, but I don't have time to go into it in this session. If you want that, let me know. We can chat. Let's continue. So I just wanted to get you going there a little bit and show you a couple new ones. So now, you know, evening time comes, right? Nighttime, we sometimes struggle a little more, right? Think about what you feel like at night these days. Here's some things to help us sleep better, which if we don't get enough sleep, we will begin to have some serious issues, right? My daughter used to be an insomniac. We didn't know that. Started in high school. She sleeps a lot better today. Why? We figured things out. We've tried new things. First of all, I already mentioned the screens. I'm not going to go into detail. Get off your screens. And please, please, get your children off their screens. But to be honest, I've been doing a lot of workshops for parents over the last couple of years, more than I used to. And I ask parents, where is the real challenge with screen usage? And you know what they almost all of them end up saying? They point to themselves. We as parents are both the problem and the solution. Yeah. So I don't have to go into what our children can be exposed to online. We all know that there's some darkness out there, right? We need to model getting off our screens, which is why everything we're creating now, including our brain game resources and whatnot, are created a little differently now. They're created to get the user off the screen. So anyway, get off the screen. Have a conversation with, you know, cafecito, a little tea, probably not coffee, it's up to you, you know, a little herbal tea or something. If you're having trouble sleeping, have a little protein, a couple of eggs, you know, hard boiled or something. The protein puts our body into a different mode. It will help out. Breathing slowly. Meditation sometimes helps a lot, helping us sleep. And this idea of gratitude, the mindset of gratitude, I want you to check off next time you go to sleep and you're in bed or just before you go to bed, or actually I do it in bed, and I'll begin to think about the people, places, and things, usually people, for whom I'm grateful. And I'll think of a person's name and I'll think about why. And gratitude, if you've not done work daily, or at least weekly, but really daily, with gratitude mindset, you are missing out on what I believe to be a superpower. It changes your mindset. It creates physiological change. They can now measure the energy of thought. This is not just a, woohoo, all right, let's put a fake smile. No, this is real. This is real. What are they? Right, come on, let's go, get on it. And let me try and change this one again. Oh, it's gonna do that again. Interesting. Okay, I mentioned rotating our routine. So I already mentioned it. I've mentioned already the idea of creating newness and why it's so important. Some of you have seen this image before. This one was 82 years old in this photo. 82. I show this to encourage us all and to challenge us all. She did not get to look like that at age 82 without adversity. It was not a cakewalk. There's no way, no way. So what are you experiencing? What is your challenge today? Whatever it is, You can get through it. You can see the adversity as ally if you want to. I'm not saying it's easy. Those who know my daughter's story, you know what our family's been through, what a lot of families have been through. And we found a way. We found a way to come out stronger and overcome, right? Right? She said, puede, she said, pudo, whatever you want to say. Whoever you want to quote, right? On the right-hand side, you see yoga, Pilates, HIIT, resistance core. You know about yoga, you know about Pilates. Are you doing them? Do them. Trust me. I'm a big guy. Yoga is my favorite workout because of how I feel and what it does for my circulation. Did you know that? Circulation, right? Being limber, being flexible. I'm little girl flexible now. I can sit down with my legs spread out and my forehead is on the floor. It feels fantastic. And I love the looks I get. It's hilarious, even for my own kids. Resistance means working out with weights. Women especially need to work out with weights. Not a lot. I'm not talking about heavy lifting. I don't do heavy lifting anymore. I use light weights, dumbbells. I did if you do cardio, this morning I did a cardio routine. I did it with small dumbbells. You can do 2 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound. I kind of got crazy today and did 8 pound and really burned a lot of calories. Feels fantastic. This helps our bone density. Did you know that? When we work out with resistance, with weight, this impacts our bone density. It makes them stronger, thicker, kind of heavier. Not our body heavier, but when we fall, we'll bruise, but not break. That's the key. We don't want to break. Bruise, okay. We don't want to bruise, but a lot better than breaking. If you do not work out with weights, someday you will fall and you will break a bone. You don't want to do that. Look at this woman. If she fell down, I'm pretty sure she'd be good to go. Let's all choose that. Core. The core is from our knees roughly up to our stomach area, right? So if you want more specific information on how I work out, I could do another session. I could do a live webinar. I guess I could send you some written information. It's not quite the same. Back to HIIT, okay? So high intensity interval training. Here's a simple example. You can do this with any kind of workout. It's an approach. It's a concept. You do something really fast for a little bit and then regular pace for a little bit. And you go back and forth. So for example, next time you take a walk, here's what I want you to do. You're going to burn more calories. You're going to have more mental clarity. You're going to love it. Walk as fast as you can for 30 seconds. I mean, swinging the arms. It should look like you have to go to the bathroom. Okay, that fast. 30 seconds, walk as fast as you can. Then for 60 seconds, walk at a quick pace, but normal, and go back and forth for at least 20 minutes. I guess at least 11, but better 20 minutes. You will feel something you've not felt before if you've never done it. And you can do that with any workout, cardio, jumping jacks, working with weights, whatever it is, 30, 60, 30, 60. If you want to push yourself, then go 30, 30. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds regular. And if you want to burn more fat, go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds regular, or 10 seconds off. That'd be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds just being still, right? That one's a little crazy, but it's a lot of fun. So, again, interesting. Technology is an interesting thing, right? It used to upset me, not anymore. So I don't have time to go into this in detail, but I wanted to mention the idea of feeling uncertain, the unknown, and feeling fearful. You know, we can all go there sometimes. We're not used to the unknown, most of us. I am. I've been working in the unknown for the last 20 years, more so in the last 10 years, and even more so in the last 5, and a lot in the last year or two. So I haven't had a salary since 1997. It's all project-based work, so I have to create it. And I have no benefits. I haven't had any benefits since 97. I pay for my own health care. And I think everyone should have health care. And I'm okay paying a little more. I wish we were a little less, but that's a different conversation. And there was a year where we had no coverage because we couldn't afford it. And I'm not saying that it's poor me. That's reality. So I do understand if you're in one of those positions. I encourage you to think about the unknown and how powerful it can be for us. We create a better version of ourselves when we become accustomed to change as a way of living. If we don't become accustomed to it, when adversity hits, we are unprepared emotionally, in general. What's your passion? If you know what your passion is, like my daughter knew before her turmoil through depression, through anxiety, and I have permission to talk about it, I'm not going to go into detail, and through her suicide attempt 6 years ago, and she's doing incredible now. In her own words, her anxiety and depression are eradicated. My daughter's a skeptic, right? She did it with her gut health and with mindset, a lot of variables. So she knew her passion, which was music. If someone knows their passion, it'll get you through a lot of things. So maybe your passion is, knitting. Maybe your passion is singing. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's gardening. Whatever it is, dive in and learn something new about gardening or poetry or whatever it is you like to do, right? And then again, back to mindset. Our words, our thoughts, our nutrition, they create reality. They create what we perceive as reality. Whether it's real or not, it's real to us. So choose wisely. Choose wisely, right? Oh, I keep thinking that will work. Okay, I think I know what to do now. So there's my daughter, Sam, and we do a lot of work together. And she's one of my best friends and a colleague, and I can say the same for my son. So here's my grandma. A lot of you know her story already. I just want to use her image as a woman who only had a 6th grade education, who went through massive adversity, very poor. I never knew we were poor. I thought we were doing great. And you know what? We were. We were rich in spirit. We were rich in soul. We were rich in how we thought. And she taught me that everything in here, mijito, she would say, can be out there. Everything in here can be out there. She was teaching me that my thoughts and my words mattered, that they created change. I'm so grateful to her. So if someone has never taught you that, I'm here to help you. I'm here to let you know that your thoughts create reality for you. Do I wake up sad sometimes? Sure I do. A lot of my friends are performing artists. How in the world do they make a living? I just made a video for them. I made a video for the entire artistic community in Southern Arizona and gave them specific ideas on that, right? So my heart goes out to you if you're struggling, but know that we can overcome, and know that we have to break the cycle of impoverished thinking before we can break the cycle of poverty itself. We have to be able to reimagine our own mindset before we can reimagine anything else. It's just the way it is, right? Oh, really? Wow, okay. There we go. Make sure I didn't skip an image. I don't think I did. Okay, so my nana. And then take a good look here. This is my wife, Marie. And here we are in front of the world's largest drum collection years ago in Miami, Florida, which is where my wife was born. She's Cubana, Cuban descent, taught me how to salsa dance. And she's taught me a lot. She's taught me about what to do when I feel alone or lonely, which I don't really anymore. I used to. I got so used to being around people that I'd feel isolated. And today, a lot of people are feeling that. So I want to teach you something or share an idea that my wife shared with me years ago that really helped me. She looked at me once and said, have you ever thought about how good it is to be able to miss someone? And when she first shared that with me, I was missing her as well. I was missing. Because she'd go on these sometimes 30-day trips. That's a lot. But I mean, I would even miss her if she'd been gone for 3 hours. It was a little ridiculous. And there's nothing attractive about being needy. So I didn't want to be needy. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, do you have any input? She said, yeah. Have you ever thought about how good it is, how cool it is to be able to miss someone? I thought, no, I can't even wrap my head around that. What do you mean? She said, isn't it great? Aren't you grateful that you have people to miss? As opposed to not having anyone to miss, or not having anyone that misses you. Now, that would be sad. That would be different. There are a lot of people I miss. And word on the street is there are some people who miss me. I'm messing with you, I'm kidding. How fortunate we are to have people we miss. We'll see them again. I can't wait to perform live again. I know it's going to be incredible, right? Because we've been without it for a while. So think about that as you move through your day and move through your weeks and so forth. So, can adversity be this friend? Can it be something we learn from? Yeah. Back in 2008, my foundation, we lost some big contracts. One was with a huge school district, and we got paid for the month of March. And then they called and said, our budgets are frozen. We can't pay you for April and May. And I was like, oh, wow. And I didn't know what to do. And I thought about it. And I said, I'm gonna deliver the services anyway. And they were like, wow. It felt good. It was tough financially, I'll be honest with you. We had to shop differently, had to buy different things. Although healthy foods are becoming more and more affordable, keep that in mind. And what came of that was goodness. People looked at me not as a vendor. Nothing wrong with being a vendor. Honorable thing. Vendors provide product and resources for organizations. People saw me as a partner, as a friend, as a colleague, and I liked that. I knew I'd done the right thing. My Nana taught me that. My mom taught me that. So how do we create value for others? We give, but we also create value for ourselves. So the flow. We want to keep creating value for others, but we want to make sure we create value for our own space in our own life. All right. So take a quick photo of that or write it down. I'm not going to have it up for long, right? But this is a really great cycle. I call it the cycle of clarity. Some people call it the cycle of abundance. You can call it whatever. You can call it tomato paste. I don't care what you call it. But just know that in order to reinvent ourselves or our organization, which I do a lot of, I've worked a lot with your organization. Recently, I've been working with APS and their new CEO up in Phoenix and with their company culture. And so I work with a lot of organizations on reinventing, reimagining, but you can't just get there. And some people try that and it's not authentic. You first have to create more value, more goodness for everyone, which ignites the idea that there's plenty, not scarcity, which leads to being more stable emotionally, individually, and as an organization. Then we have the clarity to begin to really then dig into reinvent. So anyway, check it out, enjoy that. Quickly, as I wrap up, mindful mantras that I've been using that I want to share with you. One is this one, which is different than saying I am grateful. So when you go to bed, I want you to think about people you're grateful for. That's one thing. Another thing I do in the morning, either in the shower or sometimes drinking my cafecito, or I drink a lot of green tea as well, and I'll say, I am gratitude. Then I'll say, I am gratitude, followed by I am gratitude. I am personifying the emotion and energy of the word. Think about that. I'm not going to tell you why exactly, because I want you to think about it. But I can tell you, it's not better, it's just different than saying I'm grateful, which is a good thing. When I say to myself, I am gratitude, I think of all the good things from my relationships, partnerships, projects, and people that I work with coming to me. That may sound selfish, hang on. When I say I am gratitude, I feel all this goodness, this energy coming to me. I really do. Then the next thing I say is I am love. I am love. I am love. I personify that very powerful energy of love. When I say that, I think of all this energy from me going back to the partners, projects, and people that I connect with. So I like to create cycles, giving and receiving and giving, and it's all for me very connected. So you don't have to say those words. I encourage you to try it. You might, but you might have your own special word or words, right? Soy campeón, maybe that's your word. I'm champion. That's another one I use actually. So make it your own, always, So enjoy those. Super quick. I can do I'm going to do another session, I think, on this one. I'm trying to look at my notes here, but I can't find them real quickly. So yeah, I'll look. I know I have them written down somewhere, but real quickly, eat as much raw food as you can. It's full of enzymes. Naturally, when we cook food, the enzymes all go bye-bye. So if you cook any vegetable to where it's really soft, it has very little, it has some, but very little nutritional content. So I like to dip my raw broccoli into almond butter. I know it sounds weird. It's delicious and it's overtly healthy and it fills me up. Then low sugar. Keep the sugar really low. Like I make sugarless muffins. Well, they have 3 grams of sugar because of banana. But mostly I eat berries. I eat a lot of blueberries, raspberries. If I eat an apple, I'll do a green apple. I eat bananas and others. You know, I love mango, I mean, but not all the time because the sugar is so high, and sugar is sugar, right? So especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, just do something. Make one small change every day, a little small change every week, a little small change, and then prepare your food. Dice up the stuff, chop it up so it's there. You know, if I buy Oreo cookies, I'm a human being. I'll eat the Oreo cookies. I don't buy Oreo cookies. I don't have them in the house. Sugar will bring you down. It is genetic warfare, is what sugar does. If you want to read the source of all this information I'm sharing with you, because this is not opinion, this is fact. The book Lifespan, one word, L-I-F-E, life, and then span, S-P-A-N, Lifespan by David Sinclair. The first 50 pages are little dense, very sciencey, mind-blowing. And then after that, it's easier to read. But it's not an easy read, but if you want to read about the reality of what goes on in our bodies when we eat sugar and how we can live a lot longer than we think we can, pretty cool. Do you want to get to know your great-grandchildren? Not just meet them, but hang out with them, see them graduate from high school? You can do that. Crunch the numbers. This is not living to 90, right? We can't live forever. I'm not saying that either. Fascinating book. And a lot of people doing well because of it. I thought this would be fun, right? So here you go. These are 2 raw dishes that I've been making, okay? A lot. I eat a chia seed pudding probably 4 days a week as my breakfast, which is usually around noon. Today it's going to be like at 3, right? And I feel great. Do I look tired right now? Do I look tired? I do not look tired. You know, I feel fantastic. So the chia seed, don't eat chia seeds raw because they expand 21 times their size when around moisture. You don't want that to happen inside your body. I soak them in coconut milk or almond milk overnight. And I add things like cinnamon and nutmeg or sometimes cacao powder if I want it to be kind of chocolatey. And I add like a third of a banana smashed up. So, you know, like wet, and I put to it. It has sweetness from banana. And then I add things like when I get up in the morning, I'll put almond butter on top and mix it in, berries, nuts, whatever. Super healthy, around 380 calories. And if you're a macro, if you're counting your fats and carbs and sugar and protein, it's really, really healthy. The thing in the bottom with the purple thing in the middle, that is acai, A-C-A-I. It's gotten a lot of good press, and for good reason. It's very healthy. You can now buy the frozen packets of frozen acai in a lot of stores. That's also very, very, very healthy, right? And I talked about the broccoli and almond butter. So check it out and, you know, enjoy feeling really fantastic. So we get to choose, right? We get to choose. What do we get to choose? Everything. We get to choose everything. We get to choose if we live in the storm, or if we choose to live in the eye of the hurricane, or if we choose to live above it, or if we choose to live in positivity and good energy and happiness. Is it easy? No, it's not always easy. But is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. Do we have a responsibility to our children and families, those we serve and those in our own lives? Yes, we do. If you need to reach out to someone and you don't know who to reach out to, your organization has my contact information, and I've already given it to you. Reach out to me. If I don't answer immediately, it's just because I'm getting a lot of email and text these days from organizations. I mean, we're actually experiencing a lot of good things right now. I think mostly because I didn't start talking about this kind of stuff 3 weeks ago. I've been talking about this kind of stuff for years, as those of you who know me know is true. Choose your thoughts wisely. Choose your food wisely. Choose where you give your time and energy to wisely. And choose your partnerships even more wisely, okay? I think, is that it? That's it. I want to thank you all. I've had a great time, and I just want you to know, reminder, right? Our ancestors, what they've been through, we'll get through this. It's not if, it's when. It's not if, it's when. One of the upsides, people are showing more gratitude than ever. Are there some not so grateful people out there still, maybe doing a little hoarding. Yeah, there, you know, you're always going to have some percentage, but mostly I've seen people being very kind. Make sure you're one of those. I'm sure you are. You work for, you know, so, you know, ask, and you're already a great person just by default, in my opinion. We're already experiencing, I individually and my organization, the creation of things that otherwise we probably wouldn't have thought about because of the adversity. What can you create for your friends, for your family, new meal, something you're going to write, something you're going to knit, when you kind of work out, who you're going to text, what can you do to reach out to other people? It has been a pleasure. I want you to go forth and create goodness in your life and the life of others, and keep up the work that you do with children and families. Just know, in case someone hasn't told you yet, the work you do is absolutely critical. So with that, I just want to wish you well and peace. Okay. Muchas gracias. Somos humanos. We are human beings.